Okay.
Yeah, so we're never going to speak about that game again.
Yes, we are. Because who won? Who won the game, Jeb?
Not Jeb.
Who won the game, Jeb?
Not Gary.
Who won the game? You gotta say it. You gotta say it.
Mickey won the game.
And who's the greatest Viking?
I don't know.
Mickey. Nope. Mickey's the greatest Viking, and he's the greatest at stuffed.
Yeah, unfortunately that's true because he won both times we played.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so anyways, you got to see a 3-player game of stuffed, and I will jump in first because it seems like I always do. And
nobody asked for Jeb to go first.
Well, it's my Kickstarter anyways. So
okay.
Anyhow,
I can edit it I go first.
So I will say that I think this is another solid game from Certifiable. I will say that I don't think that, and this is not meant to be at all it's not at all meant to be like a cut on it. I feel like it's more of a filler game. It's not like this big complex thing like that. I think it's great for like, hey, I've got people that really aren't into gaming. You break this out, they're going to think all the things are cute. They're going to think that the components are great, and you're going to be able to teach it relatively easily.
They won't. It won't be like, oh, that was an hour and a half of my life where I had a headache.
Back. Right, exactly. Because even if they don't like it, it's going to be over relatively quick. And if they don't like this, you probably have no chance of getting them to game with anything. So that being said, in true certifiable form, the artwork's great, the components are great, the presentation's great. The rules are a little bit better this time, I think, than Orphans.
I didn't read the rules.
I didn't have as many questions. There were some questions here and there. I think we cleared them up. If we got anything wrong in the video, let us know. But you know, the other thing I will say is I thought my opinion was going to even, well, I hate to use the word lower, but I feel like after playing it, Jeb and I played it 2 players. Did we play it more than once?
It was me and you, and then me, you, and Gary. So that's
okay. So we did only play it twice, but I did feel like just adding that one extra player made it like a lot better. The mercenary cards going so quick and having that pink die out that was doing something to somebody every single turn, that kind of stuff made it really good. I suggest that if you're teaching somebody with no gaming experience at all, you can go ahead and keep out the burdens the first game. I feel like even if you have like a smidge of gaming, don't leave them out. It's just...
It depends on how long of a game you want, because if you leave them out, then it's going to be a really quick game.
Yeah, but I feel like you don't have much of a game without them. That's my opinion. I feel like the burdens kind of make the game because that's where the pressure is. It's kind of like a
restriction.
Yeah, it's thing, like if you know, like when I got rid of my second burden, you and Gary felt like, oh crap.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's like all of a sudden
because I wasn't thinking about it.
Jeff doesn't usually think. But the point is that I think that even though you can play without them, I think you should play with them. I think they're the thing that makes the game unique I guess in this case more unique than other things, and keeps it mixed up because you never know what burden you're going to get. And then that coupled with you don't know what mission you're going to get, that keeps it pretty fresh. And the whole mechanics of the way you roll dice, that's nothing new. But the dice themselves are spectacular. The powers that you get with different things is really cool. The fact that the missions make you hone in on certain things, but you don't have to, because if you see something that's going to help you, you can take it and then get rid of it. And all that kind of stuff that goes together with it makes it a little bit complex, yet still super easy to bring to the table for anybody.
I liked it.
Yeah, that's Jeb's review.
The one thing I was thinking about was the mercenary cards, because there's only 5 in the mercenary deck. Or not mercenary, the specialist, right? That deck with the specialist, there were only 5 of them, and then 1 for each side of the die, and then the 6th side of the die was a needle, which was a wild card.
Right.
My thought was when I didn't put that together until we were actually playing and the deck ran out, I was like, I wonder what would have happened if there was like more specialists. But
with different abilities.
Right, but then I was thinking, well, maybe they tested that and was like, well, if somebody rolls the sword or the shovel or whatever, and like 3 people have abilities go off, then maybe it's more complicated. So I don't know if that's what you guys meant or whatever, but I was just kind of curious about that. And then in expansions, they could easily just be like, here's 5, switch out the decks or something like that, or make sure that you only have 1 of every symbol in the deck.
Yep.
So. But I really enjoyed the mercenary thing where you can steal mercenaries from other people.
Yeah, we never did it.
Yeah, it crossed my mind after Mickey was like, "Oh, I
after
think I can
won.
Get the mission."
Was it after I won, Jeb?
No, it was right before you won. But yeah, I can't play games with him that I lose that.
You win most of the time.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. So
I did too. I actually, I knew it was going to be simple, and I really did have my reservations, like I said earlier. Surprisingly, it heightened a little bit with, like I said, with the added player. So I would definitely want to play this more with, with my non. Hey, I want to play a 4-hour game. I would take this out every single time and be like, let's try this and see if you like it, because it doesn't get more simple than this. I mean, this is along the lines of your Splendor and your code names and all those types of...
The people who aren't gamers, like, if they know what Yahtzee is, like...
Yeah, you can build you can match things.
The biggest thing would just be the theme. Like, would they like the theme of it or not?
Yeah, and I mean, you do have to pay. I mean, it's like with games like Yahtzee and stuff, it's always the same. Right. I mean, this type of thing tries to change it up, so it's not always the same, right. And that's kind of the point. But it's easy enough to follow along. I mean, I mean, none of the cards are like, oh, I don't get that.
Right.
So, totally agree, definitely. So, anyways, great job again, Certifiable Studios. Absolutely can't wait to get to who goes there. And even more than that, I just cannot wait to see D6. At PAX, it looked phenomenal. So
it looked really cool.
Yeah.
But who goes there? I'm excited.
That looks really cool, too.
When I got it, I read the rules, and I was all like, let's do this. But then we didn't have a third person to play it with.
And then we played it at PAX, and then it's like, yes, let's do this.
Yeah.
And we have 3 people, and we really like to get 4 because we don't think that 3 people is the right amount.
With the traders, you kind of want more than 3.
You definitely do. So, anyways. If you don't like simple games, you probably wouldn't like this. Things to remember, I don't know, things to remember. The coin sides don't mean a thing. Pay attention to, don't forget your abilities. Don't forget what you have to do for burdens.
Oh, the biggest thing, make sure you pass all the dice to the next player. Because
that's easy to do.
That has happened so many times, because when you put the dice on your dudes, and then you stare at the remaining dice for the rest of the turn, you're like, I completely forgot all of those.
Yeah, you forget about the ones that you spent, because the spent dice usually go on a particular card. Well, they don't always go on a particular card, but when you're using an ability, they do.
Yeah, so when it's your turn, just make sure you count how many dice you have.
Right.
So. But other than that, I think everything else is pretty easy to remember.
I agree.
If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to us. Like us if you want. I mean, you don't have to like us. You can subscribe to us.
Or you can just not like Jeb.
That's true. So. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section.
If we got anything wrong, let us know.
We do that sometimes, and
we do that sometimes.
It helps you guys.
Yes. That's the way that we've said it before. That's actually the way we look at a lot of these videos. We try to record these things on the fly with kind of little editing to and then we try to really hammer in the mistakes that we made, because if we made the mistakes after as many things as we played, we figure it's probably an easy one for somebody else to make. Not necessarily you. Right. When I say you, do you realize that there's hundreds of people that could probably see this?
I was going to say it's probably me editing. I'm just listening. I'm like, yeah, Mickey, me. Really?
Anyways, you get what we're talking about.
Yep.
That's what we hope that you get from these things. We try to make them so, obviously it's not full of mistakes, but we kind of think seeing a mistake here and there probably ingrains it a little bit better for you guys not to make it. So anyhow.
And then if there's any videos that you want to see, let us know.
Yep.
If you really enjoy certifiable stuff, be like, hey guys, get your butts working on their other games that you own, because then we'll try to get them out even faster. So.
Yeah. We will probably be doing more reviews of their stuff as it comes out, because so far they haven't let us down. So anyways.
I think that's about everything. So.
All right, so until next time, we'll see you guys later.
See ya.
Boards and Booze, Booze and Boards, with Mickey and Jeb.